time. Then they made the charge in the fourth, and you managed to hold on. How did you sort of see it in the end?
Well, I just think that was a really gritty win. I thought our group really, we hung together, kind of some miscommunication, some breakdowns, but what I really loved, we had great energy throughout the game. We've been playing a lot. There was no, like, us being tired, none of that. I thought that, we just had a few miscues in the first half, and give them credit. They played really, really well, and they made shots, and Jack got going, right, in the first half, and he's good. He's a good player, and those things happen with good players. And then what I really loved was I thought it was a gritty third quarter. I thought we grinded. I thought we set our defense. I thought guys got into the matchups, and our focus was back. We didn't see a lot of breakdowns, and there was a toughness and a physicality. And instead of them being able to run their offense, I thought that we affected and we grinded on some things. So they were taking more of the shots that we want instead of the shots that they want. And what I've seen here lately in this league across the board is, just like every league, in the fourth quarter, teams dial in because everybody's trying to win. You're seeing it night after night. And, man, they brought it in the fourth. I still thought we were competing. We were trying. Guys were saying the right things. Our communication was at a really, really high level. There was never a sense of panic or, man, oh, no, that never happened. The guys were there, and I thought we had a lot of great efforts from a lot of different people. But our offensive rebounds, 22 orbs. Our free throw attempts, 30 for 38. Those kind of things. 11 steals, that's got to be a season high. I'm not sure if it is, but I would imagine. And then there was a whole bunch of individuals. This guy right here almost goes triple-double every night for me. And I know he wanted the ball more, and there were those opportunities, but there was rhythm things where we just didn't get going for a while, and then it was all of a sudden like we're getting steals and we're running out, and Bryce is out there doing Bryce things, and I give Isaac White a lot of credit. His start in the third quarter kind of helped us set that defense. Z was locked in to McVeigh. Matt does his thing. I want to say also a couple other things. I want to say Isaac Humphries, just what he does in Channel 2, what he does blocking shots, rebounding late. But him in Channel 2 defense, our pick and roll defense, he's there for the guys. And then last, there's a whole bunch. I could go down the list, but, Troy got off the plane. I don't know how many hours ago, 30 hours ago. He's scripted with the coaches. We're super fast. It's almost like live basketball because myself and Marco are just flying around out there. But, you almost just do the mini prep. You have to do those things in the NBA, so it's not unusual to me. It's not unusual to Troy, but you're trying to give him an idea. We had a few breakdowns in the first half, but we cleaned it up in the second half. And then, Troy was in there down the stretch. We had no breakdowns, and we get the win.
Did you feel the breakdowns and the miscues? I mean, they were shooting mid-60s in that first half, and it's hard to maintain that regardless. But did you think that was a factor in why they were? I mean, McVeigh's a bucket. We know that.
He's a bucket, and he got going. But I thought we started off really well. Our energy was really, really good. I thought they made some really tough shots. And then, towards the end of the quarter, we had a few deals where they got a little bit loose. I mean, we haven't lost very many first quarters in the whole year. So, it wasn't anything other than I thought they played well. It's basketball. Things happen, and I just thought that we were rolling with it. Guys were saying the same thing. I thought I kept saying, our energy was good. I had to tell them, like we were gambling and looking for steals and trying to make plays, and all we needed to do was be solid, and I thought we did that in the third.
And what did you? I mean, you touched on Troy Brown. He's fresh off the plane. Did you like what you saw out? I mean, his stroke will get better the longer he's here, but he's got length in passing lanes. He fills the box score as well. Shouldn't you like what you saw out of him in the limited minutes that he did play?
Is there a question in there? Because you just asked, put who he is. He's just another really dynamic piece for us, and we can really mix and match some different lineups. He's a very talented player. I think he fits on a lot of different deals. Now I've got to kind of, I talk about it last year and stuff, but you kind of, when you add another player in, the soup changes and you got to get it back to tasting really good. And there's some different playing combinations. I think we can be really big. We can be long. We can guard different ways now. And, those things will evolve here. And the FIBA break will help us get our legs under us. We got a couple more games until that. And then, we'd like to be really dialed in on a different level when we come out of the break.
So, Zylan, obviously, games in the season now, you're solidifying your position in the role of the team and everything. When a player like Troy Brown Jr. comes in to the team, how does that change the way you play and the way you feel around the team?
I don't think much changes for me. I mean, I've always been a team player. I've always been a guy that kind of plays off of guys. So bringing in another playmaker and a guy that's so talented like him, I mean, I don't think much changes for me. I think the big thing is we've established the culture. We've established the things that we want to do. So I think it's important for him to understand that, coming in, these are the things we expect. This is how you get acclimated. This is what we expect you to look like on the floor defensively, and I'll do my job in trying to get him caught up to that, but not much changes for me. I play hard, I play off of guys, so I'm excited about them.
And what was the difference down in Tassie where Damon said on the call tonight that you woke up aggressive and he would prefer you to wake up aggressive and play that way as you did in Hobart more often? So what was the difference down there where you led the game in scoring, led the game in rebounding, led the game in assists as opposed to tonight?
Yeah, I think each game offers different things. Each team is guards differently, and different things are expected of me every night. So for me, when you got a guy like Bryce Cotton that's going like that, you kind of got to, get out the way a little bit, or, try to ride that wave as much as possible. So, tonight him and Ice did a really good job of leading us in scoring, and I'm a glue guy. I don't really require much. I'm really good at playing off of guys, and if someone's going, I'll do anything to win. So, I got my shots. I got, a couple areas. I missed a couple free throws, but for me, whatever is expected night in and night out, and tonight was stopping McVay, which I didn't do a very good job of, but I tried to hang my hat defensively tonight.
You say you can get out of Bryce's way when he's scoring. Does he need to get out of your way when you're rebounding? Because there was...
Yes. Actually,
yes.
Bryce should stay out of there on the rebounds and let Zylan get it.
Literally. No, it's kind of a running joke amongst our team, and we joke about it in the locker room, but yeah, seriously, the mindset that I have is every time the ball comes off, I'm going for it, and that's where I eat at, and I tell Bryce all the time, that's where I make a living at. So if it's ever between me and you, I'm probably going to go for it, so just keep it in mind. So.
The most ridiculous thing I say in the fourth quarter sometimes is I say, Z, every rebound. And I don't even need to say that. It's just me trying to feel like a coach, because he'll go and get it. Right, he goes and he gets it, and he should tell Bryce to keep his little ass out of there. Right, he should.
I didn't say it.
It's the truth.
I didn't say it.
Could get hurt down there with the big boys.
Seriously, Z, though, since that Melbourne United game, you are plus 5.6 in points, up to 15.6 since that game, per game. Was there something in the Melbourne United game that, it looks like something changed for you in that game, and you've just gone upward from there? We know you've been capable of this. Was there something in that Melbourne game that just sort of clicked, or?
For me, the things I really hang my hat on is being consistent in my work, consistent in my routine. That doesn't change whether I have 0 points or 20 points, So for me, having big games is obviously what I expect as a competitor and as a worker, but I know that each game offers different things, and for me, it was just, that Melbourne game was really good to get going, to see a couple of them go in, but for me, it's just staying aggressive, staying in the mindset of playing off my teammates, and that Melbourne game is one that I was catching in the short roll, and I was actually a lot more aggressive to score, even though I was making a lot of passes, but it's just taking what the defense gives me and trying to get better, and then with the new system and a new team, you kind of try to figure it out. Bryce was on a scoring tear for our first 6-7 games, and Teams started doubling him. Teams started trying to get the ball out of his hands. So for me, it's a matter of how can I play off of that? How can I be more aggressive and give guys some help?
Like I've said, every press conference, this guy, is our Swiss Army knife, right? It's, every game's going to present different things by how they guard. It starts kind of with how they guard Bryce. Today they were sending Bryce left, right? That's what they did the whole game. And whether they kept somebody up there or just sent him left, Z's got to figure out where it's going to be, in each matchup and how they do it. And then it's like, do we play off Bryce? We get to the weak side. He has his keeps and he gets to the rim, But there's plays down the stretch where he's in the half roll and he hits Isaac Humphries and it's an and one, right? Like those things are just huge for us. He's a connector on both sides of the ball. I mean, he's invaluable, as much as Ice is at the rim and what he does to help our offense, right? I've said Swiss Army knives. I've said Draymond Green. All of those things are absolutely true because he quarterbacks us on both sides of the floor. And the game is going to dictate what we get. We can't dictate it. We can call a play. They're going to defend it, and then it's our job to read it and then get the right shot. And what we did in the second half was do that on both ends of the floor.
When you were in New Zealand last time around, your assist percentage was 7%. It's now 18%. It's one of the best forwards in the league. Mm-hmm. Have you had roles on previous teams where you've been dropping as many dimes as you do with these guys, or is this new for you?
Yeah. I mean, I've kind of always been a pretty good passer, I'd like to say. And then, I mean, just being an unselfish guy, I mean, it kind of happens naturally a little bit. But, I mean, like Coach was saying, in this offense, I mean, being that connector, being that guy that gets the ball from multiple sides of the floor, and then having guys that are so dangerous that you have to put two on them or you have to hard hedge. And, I'm catching the ball with an ample amount of space. And, I got a big that can finish, and I got guys that can shoot all around me. So, for me, it's just a matter of consistently breaking down film, seeing those spots, and making those plays. And I got utmost confidence in my staff and my guys, so I'm going to continue to do so.
I mean, he's really playing like a point forward, guys, right? I mean, they're going to double Bryce. We throw it to Z, and then he's got to make a play-making decision. And that's what it is over and over. And sometimes they don't rotate to him like United, and he's on the rim. And sometimes they do rotate to him, like tonight, and they were trying to zone some things up, so that's where we have to find ice low or our shooters out. But it's where it's just, his playmaking and his 0.5 decisions, it's key to our whole team. Until somebody takes him away, we're going to keep doing it.
Was it a hard night for you tonight, Mike, in the sense?
Yes, it was real work.
In terms of, you had to find, you found 23 minutes for Troy Brown. You didn't play him in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. That was like a gut feel. I didn't want to I thought we were in a really good spot in the third quarter. Unfortunately, they scored 3 points right there at the end. They had a layup and then a technical foul. So we should have only surrendered 15 points. And we should have won the corner 27-15 instead of 27-18, which would have been different. I was thinking at that point, like, guys that have been here and just know the system and just really connected because he's been out there scripting with me and not with Z. And we didn't have a practice. Not one. We didn't do a shoot around today. So that's what was going on. And in the game, I just kept thinking, the reasons we brought him here for some things, right, is this length and being able to guard multiple guys. We want to be a bigger team, right? We want to be able to not look as small against certain teams. So it was just sort of a gut feel. I walked down there and we were just kind of joking about it, and he's not sweaty at all to start the overtime. And because I've sat him there for a while, and it's like, do you want to go back in? He's like, yeah. And it's like, it was more of a gut thing. And he had a couple of wide open shots that he missed just because he sat there for 20 minutes of the fourth quarter, right? I think we have a really, really talented roster. I'm super excited for the different playing combinations, and this is going to be part of it as we grow now with those combinations, with Troy and Flynn and DJ and, Matt Kenyon, Z. Z's played a 4 for us. He's played a 5 for us. We're going to switch. We're going to do this. There's a whole bunch of things on the floor that we got to figure out now, again. But we know certain things work. Right? We know that Bryce works, and we know that Z playing off Bryce works, and we'll continue to do those things, yet we'll refine some other things with different combinations. Just like starting Isaac White the second half at the point.
Yeah, can you talk us through that, the
Yeah.
decision that went into that?
Well, I just thought that a little bit like New Zealand. I thought he ended up having an outstanding game on PJC. And we were a little just like, we almost had too much energy. I was a little surprised because we were flying around in the first half and we were gambling and trying to get steals, and it was taking us out of position a little bit. But I just thought that Isaac is a tough, competitive dude, and he will pick guys up. So I just was another feel thing at halftime. Let's put him on Andrew Andrews. Let's see if we can change the rhythm of this game. It's nice when it works, right? So it worked, and he set the tone for us at the point. We want to be strong at the point. But like I just said, I think we have a lot of different playing combinations. We have a very, very talented playing group, an 11-man roster that I've got a whole bunch of things there. And it'll probably be a little bit of mix and match depending on matchups. Different nights we'll have different guys, and we can start different guys, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that's this group's capable of. I'm just really excited that where we are at 9-3, and we're winning games, and we're in a really good spot and where we want to be, and yet I really think that we're not even close to being who we're going to be at the end.
And what are your expectations then with Troy in terms of bench role, starting role?
Not really sure yet, to be honest with you. We'll see as we kind of work through this. I want to get him just acclimated. I think it's, we played Nick fresh off the plane against Cairns. It just happened to be the same team. It's one thing with a big. I didn't really expect to play him that many minutes. He came off a couple of pick and rolls, and he had that, and a little pocket pass. You could see that he's got really good feel. I also thought that it looked like he hadn't played in a game in a long time. I don't think we're even close to seeing who he is. He hasn't practiced with us, and he hadn't played since he was in Puerto Rico this summer. So there's just a lot of different things, and there's some combinations that I need to see, right? So we'll see. I don't know really how to answer it other than we'll see. Let's ask Z some more questions.
I think we're all good, Mike.
Hey, even better.